Welcome back. This weekend, the 2026 Heartland Regional Emmy Awards celebrated the best in local news here in Denver, among other places. As a part of the ceremony each year, journalists who have spent more than 25 years in the business are honored with the Silver Circle.
More than a dozen went in this year, and one of them posthumously. We lost our friend and coworker, Corky Scholl, a year ago, and this is how we are remembering him. Describing what made Corky Scholl special isn't easy, even for his coworkers at KUSA.
I don't know what made him so good, but he was good. He was good.
I think what made Corky so good at his job is that he really cared about people.
The pieces that he covered, you could just really see the heart of who the person was.
He really listened so beautifully to people.
He was also really fun, and I think that helped him relate to people.
I have never seen anybody so good at their job and so unassuming about it.
He made people feel comfortable in front of the camera.
I think he did his best to find joy in something, at least every day, in some aspect of his shooting. Like, he had fun.
When you see a Corky story, you know it's his, because he had that specific style.
The way that he just saw the world was different from the way that anybody else saw the world.
Really, if you look at how he did it, it was just simple.
Something along the lines of maestro. He was a maestro.
Former colleagues also know Corky's impact.
Corky was calm like a lake in the morning. He had depth, but he was just so smooth.
Corky had this amazing, I'd call it quiet grace.
Corky was quiet and humble brilliance.
He let real life, real, beautiful, messy, nuanced life unfold in front of him, and he didn't get in the way.
It was his mission to find a way to care, and by extension, the rest of us watching those pieces cared.
He was so patient in getting the shot and getting that moment that made the story the best it could be.
But Corky could really see the story and what's underneath, what's beyond the obvious, and that's what made him so great. You can just feel how amazing that guy was.
He had a passion for preserving Denver's history through saving signs.
I woke up one day and I decided that I wanted to get into neon, and Corky had the largest catalog of information available, and he was right here in Denver. We built a friendship pretty quick. You know, in what we do in the sign world, there's a lot kind of going against us. A lot going against us. And he just never gave up. Something about Corky makes you feel at peace, makes you feel safe. And I miss him a lot.
The experience of Corky sharing your story stayed with people.
He was just outside filming something outside of the Martin Luther King Library on Colfax, and I was outside getting something out of my car and approached him because it was like, oh look, a dude in a cabbie hat, like same taste in hats, and like, you know, it's like I just invited him in to come look at my art that we had on display. I didn't think he'd show up for that weekend to an art show I was having. Still can't believe how many times I have been on the news, and every time it was so moving and humbling to just be a part of working with a master storyteller like that. Before you guys had everything on your website, like, yeah, when we'd work together, he would show up to my shows or come by my house even and be like, here you go, here's the DVD of your... It's so awesome that I actually have hard copies, like with his handwriting. Just an amazing human being, kindest guy you've ever met. I miss him a lot.
Corky was also a husband, a father, and a brother.
His childlike, inquisitive and calm nature, always wanting to learn and grow every day.
Hi guys, my name is Amelia Scholl. I'm a 24-year-old tattoo artist at Lowside Tattoo Company. My dad's name is Corky Scholl. I feel like we've just been like shrouded with love. My dad had so many friends and so many people that he impacted, and I think everyone just came back in tenfold after that happened and just were there for us. He just had his birthday not too long ago, and we all went out for like a big celebration dinner, and I think we'll look at like Father's Day and like his birthday as just a way to celebrate his life and his art and just him as a person and share good memories about him. And so what that will mean for me for a really long time, I think, and my family.
I miss him dearly, and He deserves every honor coming his way.
I miss him every day.
Then, I had this picture of him up here, and he's got a great smile.
I don't think we'll ever have another Corky Scholl in this lifetime.
We'll always feel his loss, but we'll always feel what he left us.
And I'm convinced that if more of us were like Corky, the world would definitely be a better place.
He had a warmth about him, and you felt that.
So Corky's kids, Amelia and Max, were at the ceremony on Saturday night, and they spoke. It was so beautiful. It was like we were hearing Corky, because they have so many of his characteristics, each one of them. And they are so proud and grateful that everyone remembers Corky's work. And while you heard from so many of our photojournalists and journalists in the building, I think the fact that we heard from all those people, those stories that he changed their lives, I hope his family continues to feel that love from people in the community that are like with the neon signs, artists that say, but he made me matter. And he did that. He always had that skill of just meeting somebody and making somebody feel extraordinary.
Well, it's nice that his daughter says she feels that love tenfold. I got here in September, and it's very easy to see his imprint on this place and how everybody here loved him. So,
yeah. And one of his pieces he did with Ria Jha won an Emmy. Meant to be.
Yeah, that was beautiful.